Good evening and welcome to another edition of Sports Monday. I am Paul Lopez. It was another weekend of high-flying goal scoring and road racing events across the country. We will tell you all about it in a few. But first, in recognition of Child Stimulation Month, we would like to highlight two groups that are encouraging children to grow through play and discipline. Here's that story. It's 2:30 on a Friday afternoon at St. Martin de Porres Primary School in Belize City. Students Breenah Brown and Sophia have joined their fellow schoolmates inside the gymnasium for some lessons from the Belize Table Tennis Association.
I did learn how to ting the ball on the table.
What do you think about table tennis as a sport? Is it something you like?
Yes,
Why?
because you get for play. I'm learning to not let the ball drop off the table so I can learn it more and more. I like how I learn it. I like how you bounce the ball on the table and then you just do it again and again.
Breenah and Sophia are being introduced to the basic rules and principles of ping pong, how to serve the ball, receive it, the perfect stroke, and drive.
This is really an initiative between the Belize Table Tennis Association and the St. Martin Primary School. Clearly, the association is always in the primary schools looking for the young talents.
At St. Martin's, table tennis and other extracurricular activities are integrated into the children's daily schedule as compulsory class time. Dawn Wade, the principal, continues to create opportunities for her students' holistic development.
It helps to develop their brain mentally. It keeps them very sharp. It also develops their hand-eye coordination, their speed, their agility, and overall health. So in essence, it really helps develop the students overall.
In 2013, we started this, and in 2013, we actually started in 7 primary schools. And that resulted in some very top players that we have actually won Central American Championships, under 11, under 13, under 15, and under 19. Those are the tournaments that we would compete in.
And from table tennis to a discipline that is popular among police cadets, foot drill. Some people may argue that foot drill is not a sport, but it took a lot of practice and dedication for these 7 cadet groups consisting of 86 children from across the Belize district to prepare for this competition. And to show you just what it entails, here's a brief look at some highlights from Saturday's event in Belize City. Being part of the cadet program is not only about learning to shout and follow a number of commands. Throughout the time spent in the program, these children gain valuable life lessons that contribute to their holistic development.
We go to young people from the age of 8 and they could stay in the cadet program up to age 17 when they graduate from the program. There are many cadets who have gone on to become soldiers, Coast Guard officers, and a lot are in the Belize Police Department. So that tells us a story, and we must act on that story to help young people. Preventive policing is the harder work. So because it takes a lot of time to be out with these cadets. These cadets have been practicing since January of this year for today, and we're very pleased to see their performances.
The San Pedro Police Cadets were declared the winner of the first ever foot drill competition. They will be representing the Belize district in the Foot Trail Nationals. Moving on now to some basketball action. The Belize Elite Basketball League is now in the second half of its 2023 season. The Belize Hurricanes hosted the Punta Gorda Panthers inside the Belize City Civic Center on Friday night. That match ended 143 points to 78 points in favor of the Hurricanes. Fans were anticipating the return of Kirk Shabbat-Smith Jr., who was on suspension for the first half of the regular season. He played a total of 31 minutes and ended the match with 16 points on the scoreboard. But his performance was not as impressive as Tyree Orozco's, who scored 38 points and 14 rebounds within 24 minutes of playtime. We will have to see more from Kirk Smith Jr. to give a comprehensive verdict on his value to this already stacked team. Griga Dream Ballers upset the Belize City Defenders with a close finish, 77 to 72 points on Saturday night. Jaheim Siego and Edgar Mitchell carried their team in that matchup, scoring 21 points and 23 points, respectively. Inside the UB Gymnasium in Belmopan, the Red Tigers took on the San Pedro Tiger Sharks. San Pedro came out of that one with a much-needed win, while the Orange Walk Running Rebels defeated Western Ballers 101 to 89 points. Orange Walk has won its last 5 games. It remains the team to beat. And from basketball to cycling, things are heating up for the 93rd annual Holy Saturday Cross Country Cycling Classic, scheduled for April 8th. This past weekend was all about the 5th annual Ernest Main Mount Hope Classic, organized by the Cycling Federation of Belize. The 120-mile race saw elite junior and master riders set off from Leslie's Import in Belize City all the way to Mount Hope in the Cayo District and back. At the end of the race, some 4 hours and 49 minutes later, it was Byron Pope who took the spot at the top of the podium for the 2nd week in a row. Pope walked away with a trophy and a $1,000 prize. Fans chanted "Lovell is back" as seasoned rider Greg Lovell secured 2nd place. Sean Cott Jr. was the 3rd rider to finish the race.
I got really deep again today because I was the domestic. I was doing a lot of riding early in the race for the team. But unfortunately, the guys who we had designated for the win today missed the split in the last. And I said, man, I'm kind of doubt myself because I was attacking, I was piercing early. So I said, man, I doubt myself. But this is our route where I've trained a lot. Going out to Mount Hope and coming back to the city, I always do a good sprint after a 5 to 6 hours ride. So I know I pack a punch.
Congratulations, Pope. Now the pressure is on for the Cross Country Cycling Classic. And last but certainly not least, the Belize men's national football team will be facing off against Guatemala in the CONCACAF Nations League B this Friday at the FFB Stadium in Belmopan. This is the biggest match of the year thus far for our men's national team, and this game will be aired live exclusively on Channel 5. Over the past weekend, FFB announced the final list of 23 players to compete in the upcoming match. Well, folks, that is all we have for you this week. Until next time, be mindful that nature is the best playground.